Assalamu alaikum Unity developers. I hope you're all doing fine and doing good. So in this video we are going to talk about what are properties of objects. So in the last video I told you that objects are essentially the things in the real world, and I gave you the example of a car, and there was also a sun. Okay, so I told you that what actually are things, what the things in the real world becomes the objects in the programming world. So the car is a thing in the real world, and when you talk about the programming world, it becomes the object. So the car and the sun are objects in the programming world. Now we are going to discuss about the properties of these objects. So I want to give an example again here. So I want to ask a question here, that what makes the car different from the sun? Okay, a simple question. What makes the car different from the sun, or what makes sun different from the car? And these are actually the properties. Okay, properties. And yes, these are actually the properties that makes the car different from the sun and the sun different from the car. So what are, let's discuss about some of the properties of the sun here. So the sun is actually very hot, okay, and it is made up of rock. So these are, I just listed two properties of the sun. And what is the car made of? It is made of the metal or steel. Okay, this is not a pretty good handwriting, but I hope you are all understanding. Okay, this is metal, and this is actually the E over there, and yes, not O, this is actually the E. Okay, so these properties, the hot and the rock, are two properties of the sun, and the metal is the property of the car. These are actually the properties that makes these two objects different from each other. And they you can not take any of the example. I mean, what makes one human being different from another human being? I mean, some are tall and some are stout and some are short, and these are actually their properties that makes them different. So the same concept applies in the programming world. So whenever we talk about properties, we are essentially talking about the characteristics. Sometimes the color, what are they made of, and this is it. This is the simple concept of properties in the programming world. So remember, objects are things in the programming world. What actually is the thing becomes the object in the programming world, and the properties of the objects makes one object different from each other. So I gave you the example, and I hope you understand this concept over there. And thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.